So let's get back into coaching, man. The last time we talked about coaching, it caused a bit of a stir. We talked about one-to-one coaching. So now I want to talk about the development of a player. So let's take a player from around these parts.
All right.
Bukayo Saka. Who takes credit for Bukayo Saka's development to get him to Arsenal? You know, when you see a player signed and then everyone comes out of the woodwork and says...
All of a sudden there's a post everywhere from
I had him at under
one fake academy
nines
to another fake academy.
Ooh.
Talking about, talking about, look, we coached him, or I saw him once at a bus stop, so therefore this is, look, listen, in reality, the person responsible for Bukayo Saka's career is Bukayo Saka. That kid worked tirelessly his entire life to become what he has become.
Yeah.
And any entity, any organisation that wants to lay claim to that should be ashamed. Should be ashamed. I'm sure Bukayo knows who the biggest influence on his career was. And I think Bukayo will tell you himself, it was first God and then his parents. And anything else after that doesn't matter. We get it. You want to make money. You want to try to attract people to your organisation. Have shame and have some decorum. Just ease up on the selling of dreams. We get it. You may have trained somebody once upon a time. That does not make you responsible for the entirety of their growth. Did you play a small part? Absolutely. Does he recognise it? Probably. But do your job. Be there in the background to go and support people. That's your whole. That's the whole remit. But I guess the issue is that some people don't go backwards and they don't pay homage to the places that they come from. Some. But that doesn't mean to say that these fake academies should be behaving like rabid dogs online, posting tweet after tweet and post after post about how responsible they were, or just putting a picture of them on an AstroTurf pitch once upon a time next to someone that was wearing their kit and claiming it was their training session. Like, it's actually embarrassing.
And it's
disgusting.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with claiming your work. You know, you might be a hard-working coach.
Yep. I hear that.
Yeah.
I hear that.
But claiming something that's not yours, I can't vouch that. I can't verify that. I'm sorry. Do you know what I mean?
Listen, what I would do in that instance, I'm just saying this is what I would do potentially.
What, show me the proof?
No, it's not even about showing the proof. It's because all right, in that respect, the proof's in the pudding, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I've had an influence on that person's career, there should be no issues with me reaching out to the parent or to the player and going, hey, bro, it'd be lovely if you could say something nice about your time with us, how we helped you, if we helped you at all.
Yeah.
Do you feel like we helped you? Was it a good environment for you? Did I do anything for you? Oh, I didn't? Oh, I'm sure you feel that way. But in that case, I won't say anything.
Yeah.
That's maybe what should be happening. Oh, you did have a good time with us. Oh, I was a positive influence. Bro, these words would be amazing for my organisation, just in terms of getting more kids to come over to us rather than be on the streets, or rather than be here, there and everywhere. Maybe getting them to come to us so we can help them hone their talent and focus and align their goals. Yeah, no problem. I'm sure they'll put out a tweet or just like a tweet or retweet it or whatever it is. But instead we're seeing this vulture animalistic behaviour, and I'm like, this is thirsty and it's unprofessional and it's disgusting. But unfortunately, the parents are stupid because they fall for it.
Yeah.
And that's like, oh.
It's good marketing in a way, but at the same time, like you said, it's shameful behaviour.
Yeah.
I spoke to Mark White, Dorking Wanderers manager, last week, and he was reminding me.
Solid guy.
Yeah, it's a very solid guy. It reminded me of that Ian Wright clip.
The irony is the bloke who really made him that probably doesn't even want anyone to know. That's what I reckon. Is that, you get all these guys that want to just promote themselves and want to attach their name to a player, and the player's probably thinking, like, mate, you're busy, you didn't really do shit.
Yeah.
But I just think for me, it's that individual that had that personal impact on that player. I think players have a development, sort of personal development spurt. And I think if you asked all these boys, there'll be a school teacher. You see the famous Ian Wright?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Ian. Long time no see.
Mr. Pigden. You're alive.
I'm alive, he says. How are you doing?
I can't believe it. Someone said you was dead.
As you see, I'm very much And I'm so glad you've done so well with yourself.
I don't know what to say. I can't believe it. Yeah.
And he was-
those people there who just did it for the love of it.
He was genuinely
Yeah.
cut up by that guy.
Yeah, of
he was
course.
like, "You're the guy.
'Cause not only
without you, this."
Not only was he a coach, he was a father figure.
Yeah.
You don't understand like how these people have an impact in your life.
Yeah, exactly.
Not
Like,
just doing
yeah.
it for the pound coin.
Exactly that, because I think at the end of the day, like, developing on a football pitch and being around good coaches and stuff is one thing, but I think it's what sets people to the elite level versus in step 4, because they've all got legs, they can all run, they can all breathe, they've all probably played together in the parks or in the cages, and what sets them aside is just that personal development. Have they got like a father figure, whether it's at home, whether it's at school, whether it's in their youth team? So I think they're the ones that can claim them. But you know what? Them guys ain't interested in claiming them.
Yeah.
Because they just done that.
They've done it from the heart.
That's exactly it.
Remember when he sees
So his
his
PE teacher, and
yeah.
you see the physical reaction.
Yes.
That's the truth and honesty in the impact that somebody can have in your life.
Exactly.
That can't be faked.
Yeah. That reaction there, if you've seen it, in fact, I'll insert the clip right now. But again, if you've seen it, you would see the fact that he was more than just a coach to him.
Yeah.
And that's what coaches are.
Yeah.
They're more just coaches. They're mentors, they're friends.
All of the above.
You know what I mean? All of that sort of
Yeah.
stuff. They're the ones who probably want to kind of just go under the radar and just not want to take the praise. Those are the ones that are really probably made the biggest impact. It's not the ones that are just shouting about it. I get it. You want to take pride in your work. But at the same time, like, have decorum, like you said. Just, you know, it's not all about me.
No.
It's about the player's development. And if you've really truly done it for the love of doing what you do, it's not always about just who can shout the loudest.
No, but I think sometimes people feel forgotten and they feel undervalued. But if you feel forgotten and undervalued, I'm sure there's a reason for it. But you're not forgotten and undervalued by the community and the people that you're already working with. So put that first, hold that high, and that should be the thing that you're proud of every single day.
Yeah.
And, you know, it can be a really frustrating and lonely journey, especially when you're walking alone. And when I say walking alone, I'm talking about running your own organisation. You know, and you don't have many people that you can talk to. This coaching industry is very strange because people will smile in your face one minute and they will talk about you so terribly, so terribly in the next behind your back.
Yeah.
And it's almost as if, I'm not saying everybody, but so many of these coaches see each other as this competition. There's no competition.
There's enough room for everyone.
There's more than enough opportunity to impact lives for all of us. That is, of course, if what you're in it for is to impact lives. If your gripe with me is because I've got more players that attend my sessions than you, then your gripe is with money. And your and your purpose is money and business, nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. If when somebody asks you, oh, hey, how's that guy? What's his business like? Oh, what are they like over there? And your response is negative, load of crap. Yeah, I've seen their sessions. If that person responds in that way, they're not a good human being, and that's not the kind of person you should want your child learning from.
Yeah.
At all. Whatever happened to honesty? And even if it's not honest, just common courtesy, professional courtesy. Good guy, don't know him very well, not sure about what they do over there, but this is what I do here. Here, have a look at the great things that we do. Like, you know, just focus on yourself and promote the good things that you have about you. And listen, I'm sure even the guys that run the fake academies, you know, I'm sure they started doing what they were doing with all the best intentions. But some of the most demonstrable things that have ever happened in humanity started with the best intentions. And sometimes you've got to go back to basics, go back to the roots, and just start again and go, right, why am I doing this? Right, let's recalibrate and start again. And there's always enough time for us to reflect and start again. Always, to go and recalibrate. As people, as human beings, there's always enough time to do that. Right up to your dying breath, you can recalibrate and start again. And with that said, big shout out, because I was having a conversation on this topic in a group that I'm in, a Circle of Trust group, which says a lot. I'm in a group, Circle of Trust, with a lot of professionals that are high in the game, big professional clubs, big job positions, and we're all in there and we all have really vulnerable conversations. Really, really vulnerable conversations. And the leader of, to me, in my opinion, an amazing organisation was really, really upset with himself because he used the word academy in the title of his club, because he felt like he went off the rails somewhere along the line because he'd done certain things to benefit the organisation that didn't really serve him. And I kind of spent some time in my thoughts before I replied to him and sort of said to him, listen, you've got to give yourself, some grace, because the amount of good you've done for people far outweighs any bad decision you feel like you may have made for your organisation, or bad decision that you may have made for yourself. And it was really refreshing to me to see somebody else thinking about something other than themselves or their profit margin.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And he was speaking publicly in a group of fellow professionals that may or may not actually affect his business. But he didn't care. He put the morality of it first. That's my kind of man. That's my kind of person. So for me, it was like, this is amazing. This is beautiful. You don't lynch people that are in that bag. They're the people you stand up and you shake their hands and you go, hey, we can do this together.
Yeah.
Because that's how communities move forward. That's how people progress, how organisations progress. So it's just a shame that there are organisations out there abusing the word academy because they put on 2 sessions a week and charge through the roof for a showcase game. They put things like scouts in attendance. It's like, Jesus, man, just have some shame. Just have some damn shame. I get it, you want players to come. How about you just do some good work? Just do some good work and they will come and it will be organic. And they won't leave anyway because they love you for what you are. And there are so many good coaches, but they start to lose their path when the money gets involved and the exposure gets involved, and you say, well, what are we really doing here? So, that resonates with me highly. Just, I'm sure if you've worked with pro players or players that have gone on to progress into the program, listen, we've all worked with players that have pushed into the program to a certain degree. If you've been around long enough, you've worked with certain players in certain areas, and I'm sure most of us have worked with pro players at some point, even if we didn't realise it. You know, you don't need to jump on the back of their success to boost your own.
Yeah.
If the time's right, and I'm sure if they feel it's appropriate, they won't feel a way about going, yeah, sure, I'll do a little video for you, or I'll retweet a couple of things. You helped me amazingly, and thank you so much. Really grateful. As long as you're not standing there with your hand out going, give me 100 quid, lend us a tenner. I'm sure they'll be happy to help your organisation. But listen, just coaches and leaders and owners of organisations, you don't have to like what I'm saying, and you don't have to like me as an individual, but you have to understand something. You are in a position of power. You have a social responsibility to behave with morality and to behave with decorum and pride and shame. And even if you don't think people are watching, if you think people don't pick up on the way that you behave, they do. They do pick up on it. And I know that some people are massively, enormously successful and they're robbing people blind and they're doing all these dishonourable things, scouts in attendance, giving people jackets with different badges on because they can't get a scout to turn up. It's like, I've seen it. Listen, I'm telling you, I've seen all this stuff. And the conversations that we have in the group chats, I'm not talking about that one group chat, but loads of other group chats with coaches in, we're looking at these people going, oh my God, how are they getting away with this?
Yeah.
And if I'm honest, you have to blame the FA. The FA aren't cracking down on the one-to-one coaches and the lack of qualifications around it. There's an easy framework to be done. There's thousands of amazing coaches that can help you create a syllabus and a framework for courses on that. And that's, well, they should be happy because the FA get to take their chunk in course fees. But also the legalities around using the term academy. If you don't have a pathway of education, like a college program or something like that, you can't call yourself an academy. An academy is based around you providing education, not just playing football. And because you think you put on a half decent training session, you can call yourself an academy. Like, what are we what are we doing? Like, what are we really doing? Should I call myself Real Madrid? Because I've been to Madrid and I'm real. It's like, what are we? What are we doing?
I'm just letting you go, man. I'm just
but where do we draw the line?